How can a Las Vegas personal injury attorney help with a Lyft accident? Our accident lawyers are specialists with relevant experience to assess your case and advise you on the best strategy to pursue compensation for any damages or injuries you have suffered in your Lyft accident. A skilled accident lawyer knows how to represent your interests, liaise with the other parties and their lawyers, negotiate with your insurance company, and move your case through the legal system. Tingy Injury Law Firm attorneys have represented many Lyft and Uber accident victims and know how to get the maximum compensation from insurance carriers. We understand the system and how to work within it to represent you best. Our lawyers stay up to date on the latest cases and judgments related to Lyft and other ride-sharing companies. What can I expect if I choose Tingy Injury Law Firm to help me with a Lyft accident? Experienced lawyers who are specialists in laws pertaining to ride-sharing accidents. Lawyers who listen to your concerns and take practical steps to resolve your case. Lawyers who will review your case and explain to you in clear language your legal standing, your options for resolution and possible outcomes so you can make informed decisions. Action-oriented lawyers who will advance your case with all possible speed. The highest degree of professional courtesy and regular and timely updates on the progress of your case. Lawyers who stay by your side until your case is properly settled. How does Lyft's insurance policy system work? There are highly complex rules surrounding Lyft's insurance coverage of their drivers. In brief, Lyft insures its drivers on the clock, meaning when they are en route to a pickup or have a Lyft user in the car. At other times, the driver is covered by their own insurance policy. Lyft considers its drivers as independent contractors, not employees, and tries to disclaim liability for many of their drivers' actions. Lyft is a relatively new phenomenon, so the legal environment around their business is highly dynamic and still evolving as case precedents are being set. As more cases related to Lyft go through the courts, lawyers and judges have a record of preceding trials to refer to in deciding how to handle particular cases. How thorough are Lyft's background checks? Lyft checks the criminal records of its drivers. Convicted criminals and felons cannot drive for Lyft. They also check motor vehicle licenses and driving records for past accidents. Drivers with major moving violations will not be allowed to drive for Lyft. Note that Lyft background checks only go back 7 years, so the system does not guarantee that your driver is 100% safe. How can I avoid a Lyft accident? The best practice here is to only accept rides from Lyft drivers with a perfect 5-star rating and at least 6 months of driving history with Lyft. If you feel unsafe at any time in a Lyft, tell the driver to stop the car and get out into a safe place as soon as possible. How is a Lyft accident unique from other types of accidents? In the case of a Lyft accident, you must file a report with Lyft in addition to any police reports or insurance reports you have filed. Tingy Injury Law Firm can manage all communications with Uber, as well as other involved parties and their respective insurances as part of the case resolution progress. Lyft places limits on its financial liability for Lyft drivers' actions, but these limits are being tested by cases in courts across the United States, and the rules may change. Our attorneys stay up on these cases so they know the latest rulings. Lyft drivers often work longer shifts than would be allowed by traditionally regulated taxi firms, leading to increased driver fatigue. Lyft drivers are responsible for their own maintenance and are less regulated in their maintenance schedules than traditionally regulated taxi firms. Can I settle my case directly with Lyft? We do not recommend dealing directly with Lyft or their insurance companies without first speaking to a personal injury lawyer if you've been injured in a Lyft accident in Las Vegas. Lyft has an enormous amount of legal resources at its disposal and is sued hundreds of times per year, so their stance toward every suit is highly defensive and adversarial. You need a skilled and tough lawyer by your side to represent your interests. Tingy Injury Law Firm attorneys have the experience to get you the compensation that you deserve and not be bullied by the other parties. Can I sue Lyft? As with any car accident, you must be able to prove that the Lyft driver was negligent and therefore responsible for causing the accident. If you wish to pursue a suit against Lyft, the company, you must have reason to believe that Lyft was negligent in its responsibility toward you as their customer. And you must have evidence to present a case for this. Talk with your lawyer in depth before proceeding on this course of action. There are always multiple legal options and avenues to pursue. Tingey Injury Law Firm attorneys have the relevant experience to guide you with a strategy that has the highest chance for success.